Hello friends, my name is Nick and this is Chip Chat. Today we are going to chat about Trader Joe's turkey and stuffing seasoned kettle chips. After all, it's Thanksgiving time, so I figured we'd give these a shot because that's not a flavor you see too often in the potato chip aisle. So let's see what we have. Perhaps this is like, okay, there it is. Wow. Oh. I got a comment on a previous video that I should talk about the smell of chips more, which is a good comment to have. I don't know if I'm liking what I'm smelling here. Oh, sorry. I didn't show you the first chip. That other chip was small, so we'll call this the first chip. So, Thanksgiving. I'm not the biggest fan of Thanksgiving. My cat's here. She is interested in these. No, you can't have them. So part of the reason I'm not a big fan of Thanksgiving, I'm vegan, so for a holiday where part of the ritual is centered around eating a turkey, that's not my thing. Now these chips are vegan, and first of all, the smell and everything, it's weird. It's like I don't like what's happening. It's like I opened a bag of turkey flavored cat food kind of thing. Yeah, I'm not enjoying that. But so yeah, as far as Thanksgiving, not really my holiday. Also, I mean, the history of it is it's either completely fictional or it's not something to celebrate, so it has no, as far as a holiday, it has no like importance or meaning to me. Getting together with the family is fine, but again, like I said, if a big part of that is centered around a dead turkey, I'm not interested in that. But still, I thought these would be interesting to, and the other thing is I've worked retail like all of my working life, so the holidays are just kind of a crummy time. It's just too much, and so that's another reason why I don't know, Thanksgiving haven't been a big fan. But I thought these would be interesting to try because, like I said, that's a curious flavor of chip, and I think about food a lot. Food is something that's very personal to people. Excuse me. Whether they know it or not, I think people have food that they're used to eating because maybe they grew up with it, or it's whether it's something like a family recipe or just a dish they're used to, or it's something a part of the culture at large that they're in. So food is interesting to me because it's a very personal thing. Cooking food, eating food, sharing food. And sometimes, as I am vegan, sometimes I think about, if someone is like asking me, I don't know, if someone's like, well, how do you, don't you ever crave fried chicken or miss it or whatever, or something like that? And I don't, but I also sometimes wonder how much of that thing that person thinks they would miss, or assumes they would miss by not eating meat or something, or how much of the thing that they are nostalgic about or that is important to them, how much of that is actually tied to the dead turkey, or is it first of all, the other like flavors that go along with it, because as these are vegan, they have no turkey in them, but they are parsley, sage, thyme, no rosemary. But those flavors that you would associate with a Thanksgiving turkey, and also just the cooking methods and the other things that make that food what it is. Sometimes I think about how much of a role that stuff plays in what people think about when they think about what makes food taste good. Now these chips, I have to say, I don't like these. I was hoping that these would be more, like I said, the seasonings that go on a Thanksgiving turkey. So your sage, your rosemary, your thyme, there isn't rosemary, but your sage, your thyme, your parsley. There's celery extract in here, some turmeric, some other seasonings. So I was hoping these would be like fall herb potato chip. Rosemary chips are good. Again, I keep saying rosemary, and these don't have rosemary, but you get the idea. That was what I was hoping for. I'm not sure if it's necessarily what I was expecting, but what I was hoping for. That's not what these are. These are like, I think as they are called, turkey and stuffing. The stuffing is really the key word here. That's what these really taste like. Stuffing, instead of stuffing cubes of bread, they are stuffing potato chips. Except that I like stuffing, and I don't like these. These have, there's something, I can definitely taste the thyme. I feel like the thyme is the most prevalent herb that I can taste here. But as I mentioned, the flavor gave me like a fake, or not necessarily fake, but like a, I don't know, just very processed and dried turkey or meat smell, which again doesn't necessarily make sense because that's nowhere in the ingredients, but it has like a, it's just got a funk to it that I don't enjoy. I want to say almost like a fish food thing happening here, but also fish food is usually made of fish, which is weird. I mean, I guess fish eat other fish in the wild, so, but yeah, they're not, I don't like these. As I eat another, but I'm trying to understand what's happening. I'm doing this for the good of the chip chat here. I'm not doing this because I want to. Yeah, it's got some elusive thing. I don't know what. Maybe it's the natural flavor. That could be anything. The texture on these and everything is nice. They're big. They're very crispy. Kettle chips. But just this is not, it's not what I expected. It's also not good. It's got a weird aroma. And yeah, not a fan. I don't want to eat any more of these. I'll finish this one. But yeah, it really is like someone took stuffing into potato chip form and said, here you go. Not digging it. Not digging it. So, this will make an easy move on the chip chart. I cleaned up the chip chart a little bit. Couldn't ignore that other page. I cleaned it up. It's still, you can't see it very well. Sorry. It's cleaned up, I promise. The chip chart is in order. And of our chips, this one's going at the bottom. This one's going at the bottom of the list. Which is unfortunate. I knew this would be a weird one, but I was hoping, like I said, I was hoping it would just be more like an herb chip, a sage and thyme flavored chip. That could be good, but yeah, I'm not liking it. So Trader Joe's turkey and stuffing is going at the bottom. Number 7 of the 7 chats we've had. But it's good for the source, for the sake of our chart. It's good to have a definitive worst so far. So that's good. So in the future, if I have future chips that aren't so great, it will be a question of, are they at least better than these, or are they worse? Yeah, not a fan. So whether you are a fan of Thanksgiving or not, I would say don't get these unless you purely want to get them out of curiosity and just to be like, haha, these are going to be so terrible. Happy Thanksgiving, Uncle Steve. Sure. Which, that I can understand, because I would probably do the same. But, yeah, not a fan. Not a fan of that. But thank you for joining me on this chat. Please let me know what you think. Let me know if I should approach these any differently. If you have any other suggestions for me, suggestions for chips we should chat about, or suggestions for how I approach these videos would also be helpful. And don't forget, give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you like. That would help me out a great deal. I would appreciate it. And don't forget, I am also on Instagram, posting photos of chips and things like that. So thank you again, and have a good Thanksgiving, or I hope your Thanksgiving was already good, because actually, now that I think about it, Thanksgiving is over when you have seen this. So I hope your Thanksgiving was good, or I hope it wasn't there at all. I hope you didn't celebrate it if it wasn't good. If your Thanksgiving wasn't good, I hope it's because it wasn't a Thanksgiving at all.